What's going on, my PT peeps, my Walking Dead family, and my fighters? I'm One Eye Bri, also known as PT, and I'm back to talk about The Walking Dead. Spoiler warning, obviously, for The Walking Dead Season 10 as a whole. Comic stuff, spoiler warning for sure. But who is this? Is this Alpha? A new Alpha? Imposter Alpha? Someone to make us think that Alpha is still alive? We'll have to wait and see, but this video will talk about Alpha, Beta, Negan, Gamma, a bunch of people this season, or the back half of season 10. And as always, post your comments below. And for those interested and haven't already, please hit that subscribe button. The Walking Dead is on break, but we talk about The Walking Dead all year round. Also, if you're interested in our membership program, hit the join button. It will guide you through the process. There's 3 levels, level 1, 2, and 3 to become a PT peep. And who is this peep right here? Is it Alpha? I personally think it's someone else wearing the Alpha mask. Well, I guess if you wear this mask, you're the Alpha. Or is the Alpha the person who is in charge of that and they have their own mask? Or does somebody wear that exact mask? Because you wouldn't have the same face to wear the same Alpha mask. What if you got this big forehead and you're a guy or a woman, or you have long hair versus the short hair? It's just not going to fit, right? But clearly the Whisperers are attacking our group. It looks to be inside Hilltop. They have flaming arrow tips, which is pretty smart. I wish our group did that to use against them in the woods, but the Walkers and the Whisperers are going to attack our group in the back half of season 10, which I believe is going to be the Whisperer War. That's 6 episodes in the comics, so that can easily be done in 8 episodes of The Walking Dead back half. So we're going to see Walkers and Whisperers attacking Hilltop, and it needs to be epic. It needs to be awesome. But before we get to that battle, is Alpha going to be killed? Who's going to be leading the charge against our group at Hilltop and probably Alexandria? Are there going to be 2 battles? Should there be 2 battles? I just hope it's awesome. It's exciting. It's action-packed. Who is Daryl swinging his new mace at? Where did he get that thing? Daryl gets new weapons all the time, and some characters have the same boring weapons every season. But we see Alpha several times in the 10B trailer. She's leaving the cave. It's probably going to be season 10, episode 9. And I really hope the cave stuff is done in 1 episode. But Alpha is paranoid here. She feels like people are watching her. She feels like she can't trust her own group, I guess. She may be paranoid in her own mind. But I wonder if she finds out, or she knows, or she didn't get a letter from Dante in a while, and she's like, something's not right here. We should be getting correspondence from Dante, and he's gone. So we'll have to see what happens with Alpha, but she's definitely in trouble. And if you know what happens in the comics, I hate that I keep saying that, but it's a big thing. Negan takes out Alpha. So is that what happens? And I like the idea, potentially, if they want to do this, I'm not saying they will, but if they wanted to do this, that Negan and Alpha both die this season, well, the back half of season 10. Because if they do the comic story arc, Negan takes out Alpha. And what if Alpha fights back and wounds Negan? Or Beta takes out Negan? So you lose Alpha and Negan in the back half of season 10. Because if Negan takes out Alpha, goes back to Alexandria, survives, what's the future hold for Negan? We'll have to wait and see, but they already had the story arc with Negan and Maggie that already happened. So what happens after that? We just don't know, because we have to wait and see how they play out. Because after Negan interacts with Maggie in the comics, you don't really see him much. That's really it. He's there, but you don't see him after the big event with Negan and Maggie. And I'm pretty sure they did the whole thing with Negan and Maggie in season 9, episode 5, because they weren't sure if Maggie was going to come back, and they wanted to have closure with that just in case Maggie, Lauren Cohan, never came back to the show. But is Negan going to survive, and what is the future holding for Negan going forward? Is he going to run and help lead Alexandria? I don't know if that's going to happen, but we have to wait and see. And I have to admit, I'm kind of excited to see what happens with these characters in the back half of season 10. But who is this person? I brightened it up, and this is what we see a better shot of it. It looks to be different hair, and it looks almost red at the bottom right there. You see it there on her shirt? But you see the all black clothing. It looks to be the same mask as Alpha, and the person looks to be leading the charge with the Whispers. So if Alpha goes down, does Beta take charge or let someone else run things for a second while Beta goes to Alexandria? Because if you look at the Alpha mask here, Alpha is bald, our Alpha that we know, but there's Gamma, and there's other Whispers. But do you think Gamma would lead the Whisperers' charge against Hilltop, firing arrows into Hilltop where her nephew is? I doubt it, right? What if it's Jules? That is a great theory going around, that Jules is a Whisperer spy. And what if she takes over leading the Walkers and the Whisperers on the charge towards Hilltop? Or what if it's Lydia? Would they really do that? Would they do all this stuff where Lydia went away and she did this, and then she didn't want to be part of the Whisperers and she hates Alpha just to lead the Whisperers? I doubt it, right? I guess it could be another Whisperer, but we know Gamma, we know Lydia, we know Alpha, we know Beta, and there's other basically no-name whispers. And I guess they could introduce another whisper in a couple episodes in the back half of season 10, and then that whisper leads. But would they do that? We just don't know. But what do you make of it? Is this the Alpha that we know? Is it a new Alpha? Is it an imposter Alpha? Is it there just for the trailer to make us think and actually Beta is leading the charge? And I don't know about that, but it's been interesting in past trailers. There's been clips and footage in there that we haven't seen. So I'm still waiting on the Michonne Lucille thing. Is that going to happen or not? Because we don't know if it's going to actually happen and how does it fit if Michonne comes back and then she leaves again, is she kidnapped, is she taken? But that's another video. But thank you guys for watching. I truly appreciate it. And for those interested in my Zombie Apocalypse book series, check out the link to all 11 books. Hope you join the fight and tell them, Daryl.
Yo, we love you guys. Honestly, thank you.